My thing was like I was just sort of fascinated where that, and this is what I texted you. I was like, this is the space where people decide to compartmentalize. I just find it interesting, not in any way that I'm leaning one side or the other.
Are they compartmentalizing that?
Yeah, because oh, Tiger is such a great story.
It is.
He's
how's it not a great story?
He's come back from so much, even though a lot of it was self-inflicted. And you have black people rooting for him for obvious reasons, even though he doesn't quite label himself as black and has never been seen with a black woman publicly.
I will address that.
You know what I mean?
I will gladly address that.
So I was looking at because one day we were talking about this because I was doing research one day and I was like, I just looked up Tiger Woods' girlfriends, the women that he's been seen with in public. All of them are white girls. All of them. And I was like, that's interesting to me. So then I looked up his what is he? And he apparently doesn't label himself as black or African American. He labels himself as
Cablination.
Yes.
Which is what he said. Now, here's my thing. I'm going to throw something at you that I thought about.
Yeah.
And this actually applies more to people in the black community, so I will say it. But we seem to, and I think there's a reason why you could juxtapose these two.
I'm just trying to, I'm totally from the outside, so I'm just trying to figure it out.
Do you have an issue with Serena Williams? Serena Williams
an issue?
Yes. Here's where I'm going. Serena Williams is married to a white man. And here,
but now I see where you would say this is more for the black community because I'm kind of like,
and I'm not saying here. This,
you know what I'm saying?
I will explain, and I'm not speaking for everybody in the black community, but I'll explain to you why I think that is. Okay?
Yeah.
First of all, I want to be clear on a couple things. You should love whoever you want to love. I don't really give a damn. Yeah. I do not care.
Interracial, we out here. You know
I do not care. Everybody.
This is an interracial podcast.
I think the world should be better and people loving to love whoever they want to love. However, here's the difference between Serena and Tiger. Serena has always seemed, and this also includes Venus, has always seemed to embrace her blackness, her identity.
I was going to say, yeah.
Tiger, I think what happened when he made the Cablination comment, what I think annoyed a segment of black people that were rooting for him, and I'll get to why they're rooting, that I think you were kind of alluding to earlier.
Yeah, I'm just curious about
was the fact that it appeared that you should be able to say you're from mixed race or mixed culture, say who you are.
Yeah.
But he put Cablination, which was supposed to be Caucasian, black, and Asian. Last I knew...
Was that a real term or he made that up?
I never heard it till Tiger Woods said it.
That's interesting.
Tiger Woods' father, late father, black.
Yeah.
Mother, Asian.
Yeah.
Right? If he had said Blasian, I think more people would have been like, okay. Everybody's like, I don't know where the Caucasian comes in this, and it seems as though you might be rejecting your blackness. Right?
Yeah.
Now, I think that's what annoyed people in that terms. Now, why do people root for Tiger Woods who are black for the most part? Are most people rooting for Tiger Woods who are black? I think because he's a black dude who dominated in a very white space in golf.
That's what I think.
Hell yeah.
That's what I think.
I have.
Yeah.
He's also been great at it, right? It was nice to see somebody who was like, yo, I don't see anybody that looks like me.
A lot of people said he was the best athlete in the world at one point.
Right. Dude, who's doing this, and he's doing it at the Masters, and he's killing, and he won by 12 strokes in 99 and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And despite the cabinet...
Oh, I failed to mention also that he's buddies with Trump. That's another thing.
I'll get to that in a second. Despite the Cablination part, right? I think once that statement was out there, I think for a lot of black people, we were like, Tiger's that person that's not embracing his culture in this way, right? Serena's never been that person,
right?
But Tiger has
just
done
happened to end up with a white dude,
right? So Tiger, I think for a lot of black folks looked at him and was like, okay, we kind of see where he's at and what he's doing, who he's been around, who he's associated himself with.
Yes.
We've kind of seen sort of those things and understood who Tiger Woods. So when you might say it's problematic that Tiger Woods is playing golf with Trump, I don't think most black people care because they look at Tigers like, yo, we know what Tiger is. We still root for him because we like the fact that he's can win in these spaces where you don't see us, and that matters.
That's such a weird situation to me.
It's not. It's not for me.
No, because it's like, it's literally choosing which part makes you feel better about the whole situation.
Yeah, but it's like...
people are entitled to do.
But why can't I enjoy the part of him... Why can't I enjoy... I don't know his politics, though. That's the thing. Do we know Tiger's politics?
I don't think we do, but I think we have strong assumptions where they may lean. But those are assumptions, to be fair.
Because he played golf with Trump doesn't mean he necessarily rocks with Trump. However, would I be playing golf with Trump?
But those other things sort of, in terms of never being seen with a black woman, in terms of not really owning his blackness.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if you saw this, and I wanted to pull this up, and we didn't have the aux cord to play this, but you can look this up. Tiger Woods is being interviewed by a guy appears to be an Australian reporter, and he asked Tiger Woods what would be the most important tournament for him to win. And Tiger Woods says, and I'm paraquoting this, he's like 13 to 14, he says the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy says, why would the Masters be so important for you to win? He said because of the way they've treated black people there. And obviously he's talking about the fact that blacks and then also women at the Masters had been excluded.
How old was he?
13.
So we're talking about 1988, 89.
And he says for him as a black person,
a lot could happen in that time.
To win this would be important for him. So I think the question a lot of people would say is, yo, how did he go from there to talking about Cablinasian, right? Like, how?
Look at Candace Owens. It happens.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can pay attention to her. How do you go from there to there? And I think I was having a conversation with somebody about this recently, and they were saying that when you're black like him and he's kind of ascended to this place and he's made this amount of money, that the people in your circle, your accountants, your lawyers, all these people around you maybe necessarily don't look like you anymore. And your worldview sort of changes sometimes where you think like, not that there are obviously good white people and bad white people, we're saying.
I hate that we have to differentiate that.
But I just want to be clear. So
the ones that know.
Right.
I feel
and it's just that. And so when things happen, you might be insulated from the actual racism that still does exist, right?
And brainwashing does happen.
Right.
Over time.
Now, what I also find interesting with Tiger was Tiger also had an incident in, I think this was the early 2000s, where I'm forgetting the woman on the Golf Channel said that he should be lynched. And yeah, you don't remember this happening? You might have been really young, so you don't remember this happening.
Huh.
Golf Channel anchor Kelly Tillman, she was suspended for a lynching remark about Tiger Woods. And I remember this. The Golf Channel suspended her. However, when Tiger was asked him, this is what happened. Nick Faldo and Tillman were discussing young players who would challenge the world's #1 player towards the end of this broadcast. And Faldo suggested that to take Tiger on, maybe they should just gang up on him for a while. And Tillman said, lynch him in a back alley. Obviously, I don't think I have to explain to our listeners and viewers.
Whoa.
Yes.
When was this?
This was... So it's actually not as early as I thought. 2008.
Where the hell was I? Damn.
Yeah, I remember this.
I mean, at that time, Lord knows what the hell I was doing. But.
Yeah. Anyway, so this occurs, and Tiger was asked about how he felt about it. Instead of Tiger being like, yo, this is extremely offensive, this should not be said to anyone, language should not be used, he was like, no, I know she was just joking. She's my friend.
Oh,
yeah.
20 years after the initial. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
I mean, it does happen, though. Like, people lose themselves all the time. We're seeing it now with social media, where we've talked about this extensively on this podcast, where people just lose themselves entirely just to get retweets or likes. There are a lot of people who are trying to act like they're a part of causes that they're not actually a part of. There are a lot of people who are just trying to attach themselves to certain things, and then there are other people who just completely lose themselves entirely. Like, it just happens.
That was disappointing for me when he did that, because
I don't know if Tiger's completely lost himself. I don't know him.
I don't know.
What I mean? All indications to me seem like he's one of those type of black dudes.
Here's the
thing, what I'm saying?
But I still like seeing him win it. I still like seeing him win in the spaces that he's winning.
Yeah.
And I think when you're from people who've been shut out of those spaces,
yeah, that
I can understand that. I think both things can exist. You can be disappointed in one thing that you're saying, but you can also enjoy seeing him win in the spaces that he's winning.